What's going on, guys? It's bracket season. Kyle Davis with the Davis Sports Feud, and we're going live on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to be filling out some brackets today, and I got a few people with me. Let's just bring them in right away. No use just putting it off. We got Tyler up here, over here. We got Ryan down here, and we got T-Bone in the other corner.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well. Good thing he cracked the beer right away. How we all doing, guys?
Great.
Doing great.
Great.
What's up?
Besides you spilling beer all over yourself, not a whole lot.
Didn't mean to.
So basically, it's as advertised. We're filling out some brackets, and if I can get this properly working, we'll get this. So as everybody can see, we are set up on ESPN bracket to fill out all of our stuff. So, I mean, why don't we just get right into it, guys? So we got, I think this is, everybody's going to be all for one on this one, correct?
Nope.
Yeah.
Norfolk State.
All right, Norfolk State it is. Let's do it. So, I mean, we have a couple stats. We're using ESPN Plus, so it's a whole bunch of stuff going on. But for what you basically need to know is right in the middle. I know T-Bone has prepared a whole bunch of spreads and everything as well. So we have a lot of random numbers that'll be thrown at you, and we're basically just going to be coming to a consensus pick, and we're going to pick this as a group. So Gonzaga.
I got Gonzaga.
All right. Gonzaga. So now we can have some conversations. So we have Oklahoma as the 8th seed and Missouri as the 9th seed. Somebody take it away. Anybody want to say something about this game?
I got Missouri. Going for that one. I'm gonna upset Oklahoma on that one.
I did pick Oklahoma. I couldn't remember. 8-9 always gets. I'm like, I don't know who I feel. I got Oklahoma. It
gets a little hazy. The Big 12 was a little more competitive. That's usually what I start making my final decision as is what division they played in, or what conference they played in, I should say. And the Big 12 was way more competitive than the SEC this year. So I definitely went with Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I mean, even if you're looking at the spread down below here, we have Oklahoma as a favorite by 1.5. So, I mean, I don't know if that's just the 8th seed to the 9th seed, but they're very similar plays. I think Oklahoma edges it out.
No, I don't. They had an 0-4 regular season toward the end. So that just shows that, that it's not going to happen.
Look at big man Tyler coming in with the research. I like it. So consensus. Who says Oklahoma?
Present.
Well, even Tyler, I got him.
Got him.
Oklahoma for the pick. Now moving on. I want to hear what you guys have to say, because I'm going to screw with people's brains on this one.
So I sent some stuff to my brother after researching. I'm not gonna. So there's 5 upsets that I was keeping my eye on. Mm-hmm. This is one of them, but I don't love it. It's Creighton. They have white kids who can shoot. I think this is the least likely 12-5 upset, but I could still if it happens, I'm not shocked. I still pick Creighton though.
I picked Creighton off the bat with this one too, just because UCSB come from pretty small conference. The strength schedule is 159. Creighton actually played against some big name teams and stuff like that. I'm picking Creighton.
Strength of schedule is up here.
Was that UC? That's Santa Barbara, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to a lot of different podcasts about this bracket, because I actually wanted to do it right this year instead of been just pointing it into a crowd and just be like, all right, I just picked this. I've heard so many people say Santa Barbara is actually going to upset, and the 5-12, there's always at least one 5-12 upset. I'm going with the Gauchos. Obviously, I'm going to get overruled here.
Right.
Because it's Creighton. And there's always they're white boys that can shoot.
Right. I mean, I don't know if you guys know who Ken Pom is, but he does the whole adjusted offense, adjusted defense, strength of schedule, and does his rankings. I mean, Creighton was top 20 based on those rankings. UCSB, I think, yeah, they were top 70, but I don't know. I mean, like I said, if it happens, I'm not going to be all that surprised, but I don't think it's going to be. This isn't the one that I'm going to pick.
That's fair. So, I mean, if you look at all of this, it looks like the numbers kind of for ranking for offensive stats, their points per possession is almost deadlocked. They're number 31 and 32. I mean, their defense of Creighton looks terrible. They rank in the bottom half of the country, and I think it's going to be a little bit of, at the end of it, the Gauchos end up just smothering them with defense, but it is a bigger name in the Big East in Creighton going against a smaller school in the Big West. So I picked them for my personal bracket, but I can definitely see why everybody's picking Creighton. So unanimous, Creighton?
Creighton
It is. Moving on. This one
I want to lead off with because this is one I picked for upset. Miami of Ohio's played really well this year. All things
this is just Ohio. This is just Ohio.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Ohio.
This is Ohio, not Miami of Ohio.
You're good.
Ohio, they faced Illinois at the beginning of the season, only lost by 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a lot of people's favorites. I know it's Davis, that's your team to pick for the championship. Spoilers, but Ohio, I think, is kind of a lot of people are starting to think that they're going to be the ones to hand the first big upset of the year, I think.
I do like that. I like it because, I mean, you look at some of the rankings, and even for a MAC school, which MAC doesn't get any love at all because it is such a small conference, and they're always in that 12, 13, 14 range. But, I mean, you look at their numbers, and they do point out as a team that is capable. They are built to make an upset. I do also agree that Ohio could make that upset. But I don't know. It's hard to bet against Virginia, even though the last time we saw Virginia, they were cutting down the nets 2 years ago. But then also remember 3 years ago, they got upset by a 16 seed as a 1 seed. So
this year they also got beat by Duke at home.
And good Lord, Duke sucks this year.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this was one of my this was another one of my favorites to upset. I mean, Ohio's plus 280, which is good odds, and they're getting 7 points, which, I mean, I think it's close enough. I mean, we know Virginia's going to slow the pace down, and they're going to, they're not going to usually beat teams by 30. Mm-hmm. And I just, my
big thing is if it comes. My big thing is if it comes down to like a 4-point game and Virginia's up, they're going to win. They are in the top half in free throw percentage. So if you put anybody in Virginia on the line, they're going to end up winning. And I do think it's going to be a relatively close game, but I think towards the end, it's going to come down to free throws. And if it's Virginia taking the free throws, they're going to make them.
Yeah. Why would it be the free throws? I mean, what about the 3-point at the line?
Well, it depends on what happens in the first half. I think it's going to be a feeling out process within the first 2 minutes, and then they're going to figure out that Virginia knows that, all right, we have an advantage here. We should be able to take advantage of it. So I think one of two things is going to happen. Either Virginia comes out and starts taking advantage early, or they keep it close enough, and Ohio can definitely take advantage of that as well. If they have a lead going, if Ohio has a lead going into the second half, I definitely think Ohio can pull this upset.
I don't think so. Mm-mm.
So,
all right. So,
okay. So also, this is based on these 4 statistics: less than 14 turnovers, over 71 points per game, over 70% free throw, and over 37% three. All but one team since 2002 have had meeting those criteria to win the national championship. Only 9 of those, there's only 9 of those people in the entire bracket this year, and Virginia is one of them. And that's I don't think they're. I mean, I don't think they win, but I think Ohio gets them.
All right.
But
so
based off what you said,
yeah, and I'm gonna have to agree. I think this is gonna be our first upset of the year of our brackets. Everybody agree?
I agree.
Yep.
All right, going with Ohio.
Virginia sucks.
All right, so this game includes a play-in winner. Obviously, you can see, but they're projecting Wichita State, so they're using Wichita State's numbers. So it's the USC Trojans of the Pac-12 against Wichita State, which is of I forgot what conference they're with.
Sunbelt? Not Sunbelt.
I believe Sunbelt. Yes.
Is it?
Wichita State's one of those weird teams that every year they're there,
American.
Okay, so they'll break through every once in a while, every 3 or 4 years. I think this is possibly one of their years if they weren't running into USC, and I think it's Mobley. I think Mobley's their star player.
Yeah, the center.
Yeah, and the Trojans rank, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, they rank 20th in offensive rebounding, so they have a lot of strength down low. So even if they miss, they're going to be picking up rebounds and putting it right back up because they have such a dominant center down low. I think the Trojans smother the Wichita State and it's a runaway.
Yeah, I could probably agree to that with the rebounding and the shot blocks, but can they pull it back though? Can they bring points back to the team? Can they make the 3-pointers? Can they make the free throws? Can they start shooting on the team with a percentage?
I don't think it's going to be as much towards the 3-point shots, but just looking at like the percentages for the odds, the only thing that's really that close is similar games. Yeah, you have 64 to 36 for different places, but I just honestly think the matchup is just too favorable towards the Trojans. I think it's going to be at least a 10-15 point game.
I guess we will find out because I too have USC, so I picked USC on that one.
I said I don't care. I don't care if it's Wichita or Drake. I picked him to move on.
Oh, really?
I don't care.
Wait, Wichita to move on?
Or Drake. I don't care which one.
Oh,
okay. That's a good upset, and I like it.
I'd say I played the safe bet on USC.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Wichita State, and I love their runs that they've had in the past years, but it's just not the same team. Not the same. Obviously, it's safe to say that, but
that was the team that made the run. That was the team with Fred VanVleet, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, Baker and VanVleet.
Oh,
yeah,
that was such a good team. I love
it. Yeah, it was a good team.
I just don't like USC. They have 7 losses in a very bad conference. Like I don't think the Big 12 or not the Big 12, the Pac-12. Who's their competition? Like,
well, outside of the top 3 teams, who else has more than or less than like 6 losses in the entire country? It's only a handful, and they're all from really small conferences. So I think being from the Pac-12, I'd have to look at the standings, but I'm sure USC finished towards the top of that.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I was working on that.
Pac-12.
I don't know. It's gonna be a good gamble for USC that I picked. I mean, will they score big toward the end of the game? I don't know, but I put a gamble on this one, so that's why I picked USC.
They finished atop the Pac-12, but like,
I don't think they won the Pac-12. Didn't the Beavers win the Pac-12?
Oregon
State.
Probably. I
think so.
And that just sounds so weird.
Yeah. So you have
Oregon State is a 12 seed, so I'm assuming they would give the higher seed to USC.
Right.
They had a better record, but
Oregon State was only 10-10.
Right.
Oh, well, maybe. I don't know.
So conference record. Sorry, Oregon State was 16-12 overall, but like USC, Oregon, Colorado, UCLA, and Oregon State, none of them are like I see to be big threats to anyone.
That's fair.
I think they won the regular season, but like past that, I don't know. I consistently think USC is just one
overrated.
Of those big name schools that gets overrated. Really.
All right. So votes for Wichita State. Who's got it? Sorry, bud.
I kind of want it to be Drake anyway, so
that's fair. So now here's a matchup that's kind of weird. We do have to kind of explain that. Hold on one second. I gotta bring up comments because I'm. Also, guys, everybody who's watching, be sure to comment who you think is going to win these matchups as well as we're filling out these brackets, and we'll chime you in every once in a while.
Your votes don't count, though. By the way,
I mean, don't tell them that.
if we need a tiebreaker, their votes.
There you go.
There you go. That's fine.
That's a good idea.
So now to kind of explain this matchup, Kansas facing Eastern Washington. On a normal basis, it would be Kansas with a bullet and not even close. But I believe they tested positive, and if they don't qualify, this is going to be a different team put into this spot, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
And I think that first team in line would be Louisville.
Yep.
There you go.
So now if it's Louisville against Eastern Washington, I'm still picking Louisville.
Fair.
So let's just pretend that we know for a fact it's going to be Kansas. This isn't even close, right, guys?
Yeah. As of about a day ago, McCormick clears COVID-19 protocol ahead of Jayhawks' first round game.
Okay, perfect.
So it seems that was in the last 24 hours. That was the most recent news update. I assume they're good to go.
I would assume as well. And if you're looking at some of these rankings with Kansas, it's Kansas. Granted, they're not the dominant Kansas anymore. They didn't win the Big 12 this year. I want to say Oklahoma State won it this year.
Yeah.
But you look at their numbers for rankings, their season performance is 12. With their strength of schedule at 16, they're still 20 and only have 8 losses. That's pretty impressive considering the rest of the state of the country. Recent games, that is the big number that I like to look at, is they are number 9th. They have their most impressive wins coming at the end of the season, so they're going to be rolling. I think this is Kansas. I think this is easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I think it's a solid I agree. Like we don't got to spend a lot of time, but like I don't see them going far. I don't think this is a Kansas team that makes a run. I think they're just too inconsistent of up and down throughout the year. They're still Kansas, so you respect them, but like I don't see them going. I'd have to see the matchup. I don't even think I have them past the Sweet 16, to be honest.
Well, and when we get to that next matchup, and I'm looking at it right here, and it's going to be USC, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, that's fair because I don't even have USC get there.
That's fair.
That's fair.
All right. So moving on, we got the Oregon Ducks at 20-6 from the Pac-12 facing the VCU Rams out of the American 12 or American 10? Is that what A10 is?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And they're at 19-7 now. This is one of those matchups that's weird because I don't know anything about either of these teams, surprisingly, and I watch a decent amount of college basketball, but it seems like this is more of an even matchup. I have this set as an upset for VCU because I just don't think Oregon has the firepower that they have had in the past.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, that just like how when we were talking about USC, Mike Ripe was their conference isn't very good. I think VCU had to win their tournament to get this spot, I believe.
Yes, I believe you're right.
Yeah. And I don't know much about VCU either, but I don't like Pac-12 to begin with, so I too had the VCU Rams. And actually, back when Shaka Smart, was it Shaka Smart back in the day?
Yes.
At VCU, right?
It was
I thought he was at Wichita State.
No, they are the Shockers at Wichita State, I think.
And Shaka Smart coach
was at VCU,
right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Either way, we have the technology, so
I bet against VCU for like 3 straight years, and I lost every time. So I just said I would never do it again. And now they're back in the tournament. So
it is VCU.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think with the point spread is very, you can see at the bottom or middle to bottom.
5.5.
It's 5.5, and I think it should be a lot closer, even just because of the fact that it's a 10-7 matchup. I honestly think it's going to be VCU. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
If Oregon starts hitting those threes like they have been all year, that's going to be a tough play for VCU. They have a good perimeter defense, and they do shoot the free throw pretty well, but at the same time, it all depends on how the game plays out. They're able to stop them if they're able to draw out possessions and stuff like that, play a little bit more half court, maybe not necessarily what Oregon wants to do.
Sure.
I think that might be better.
So the reason I can see Oregon winning is you kind of look at their rankings for offensive stats, and it just looks like Oregon overpowers them, but it's going to be one of those power offense against power defense, and it's basically whichever one budges first is going to lose. So I honestly think I give VCU the edge just because defense, it's the cliche, everybody says it, but I think defense truly is going to win the title this year, at least in this matchup. I don't want to say the whole damn thing because there's no way they're doing that.
That's if they can play the brand of defense that they need to, and Oregon doesn't have that one. Everybody, you see it in the tournament all the time. That one white kid that stops. They couldn't not hit water falling out of a boat.
That's true. They don't have that Jimmer Fredette. They don't have that Kemba Walker. Or in Oregon's case, they don't have. It was Jordan Bell, correct?
Yeah.
So they don't have.
And was it Pritchard too? They had Pritchard.
Yep, they had Pritchard as well. So I don't see that guy on this team. I'm going with VCU. What do you guys think?
I got VCU.
VCU.
I got Oregon.
Oregon.
Oh,
Jesus.
We got an upset here, baby.
No, we got 2-2.
comments.
We got to flip a damn coin at this point. Hold on.
Why didn't you just flip a coin? Maybe that would make it easier.
Hold on.
Chance?
Flip a coin.
Yeah, but who are the seniors on Oregon? Like, what is their average
Flip
ranking
a coin.
points per game, though, or points and field goal? Let's see here. So, Dana Altman.
All right. Heads, Oregon. Tails, VCU. Oregon
moves on.
Oregon moves on.
All right.
So the final one on this corner of the bracket is Iowa Hawkeyes of the Big Ten with a very impressive season against the Grand Canyon Antelopes.
Hell yeah.
I'm a big fan of Grand Canyon GCU. Like, I have friends that went there. They used to be part of the NAIA, which I respect. So, like, I'm not picking them, but I have a soft spot for them.
That's fair. I'm just bringing up some of these comments. We have Emily saying Oregon, so we did pick the right team.
Okay.
And then we have Megan saying boo Iowa. So, I mean, it's just I don't like Iowa either, but I really don't think this is a question. I think it's Iowa.
It's Iowa.
Iowa.
Sorry, Megan.
I think Iowa's the worst of the four Big Ten teams, like Michigan, Illinois, Ohio State, Iowa. I think Ohio's the worst of the four.
I would agree with that, and the only reason that they're up there so high is because of one player. And although he's great at scoring, he's one of those looks great because he's taking so many shots.
Yeah,
fair.
So Iowa done. Wipe the hands clean. Moving on to the next section of said bracket. All right, so it's the Michigan Wolverines. One of the other number one seeds. Did not win. Illinois won the Big Ten title. So,
Michigan won the regular season. Illinois won the tournament.
Correct.
Depends who you ask. Who puts more weight into it?
I think winning the regular season title is more impressive.
Yeah, because anyone can get hot at the end of the year.
That's very true.
Exactly.
Do we need to talk about this? We can bring up Michigan's strengths and weaknesses when we get to a tougher matchup.
Yeah,
I agree.
Oh, wait, what is the point spread on that? I just want to know.
I don't think they give point spreads to the 116 matchups.
Do they
not on
anymore?
This app? Not on this app. Not on this
app.
They
haven't figured out who the play-in winner is yet. So
yeah, you're right.
So we have the 8-9 matchup in this side of the bracket with the LSU Tigers 18-9 out of the SEC. What is that, St. Bonaventure?
Yeah, Bonnie, baby.
The Bonnies 16-4 in the A10. I have a lot of people picking the Bonnies to go through on this round.
I've got the Bonnies going through as well. They got a top 20 defense, and LSU. They're always those teams that they make the tournament, but then fizzle out pretty quickly. I'm not putting any stock in LSU.
Well, here's it. Like, I mean, the line is 1.5. Like, that's not a lot, and I mean, SEC. I mean, 18-9. That's not impressive.
They took Alabama to the brink in the SEC championship game, so I think that's the only thing that people are even holding a candle on LSU for.
Yeah, but Alabama is like if they don't get their shots going, Alabama falls off immediately. Like, their defense sucks. 100%. Alabama is probably the most overrated 2 seed I've ever seen in the last 5 years. I don't think Alabama makes it far. No. So I think it's it's like the Big 12. You're not going to see a football. You're going to see a lot of offense, no defense. Yep. They're just going to hope to beat you offensively, Alabama wise. So I don't think
I can't wait to get to Alabama because I'm gonna piss some people off with Alabama.
That's fine. But I have Bonnie on this one.
I have Bonnie as well in this one.
And that criteria I was telling you guys about, where only 9 teams like qualified. St. Bonnie was one of them.
Okay, so, I like it.
I love the Bonnies, and I just want to root for Go Bonnie Go. So
very true. I like
it. Bonnie knows.
Wait, keep going. It's sounding good.
I like it. All right, so does anybody vote for LSU in this matchup?
I think Tyler did.
Tyler did.
I said LSU.
No, I'm going for St. Bonaventure.
All right, so that's 3-1. Sorry, bud.
Ouch.
I think this is one of the easier matchups to pick when it's not 1-16 or 2-15. I think this is Colorado Buffaloes out of the Pac-12 with a 22-8 record going against the Georgetown Hoyas with Patrick Ewing not being able to get into Madison Square Garden. 13-12 of the Big East. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was absolutely hilarious. He was asked for his badge when he went to go into Madison Square Garden.
And it was even better because then they ended up winning the Big East championship tournament. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I think their magic run was their Big East tournament. I don't think they're gonna make any noise. Like,
I don't think this game is gonna be close. I think they're riding a high, and they have recent games, as you can see in the upper right hand corner here. They're ranked 13th in the country. I don't think that's going to matter at all. They're 13-12.
They're 500 for a reason.
They are 500 for a reason. The Big East is not the Big East because even the juggernauts of Villanova and even of yesteryear of like Marquette and UConn and teams like that, none of them are there. So it's a cupcake conference this year. I think Georgetown loses, and I think they lose big.
I agree. I'm not surprised that the 4.5 spread is what it is. I was expecting like a 9 or maybe even a 13.
4.5.
If you're a betting man, you take
Colorado.
You take Colorado.
I think Colorado to cover. I didn't notice that it was only 4-0. Yeah,
you easily
I'm gonna easily take that one.
All right,
Colorado.
Go down to Illinois to make some bets now.
Yeah, right. I might have to. So in the next matchup is a little bit more of an interesting matchup. Florida State Seminoles with 16-6 out of the ACC, facing NC Greensboro Spartans 21-8 out of the Southern. You couldn't have put in the 2 damn letters there. Lazy.
Yeah, S-Thern is really such a great abbreviation of a Southern. Jeez.
Must be a down south accent or something,
Yeah.
I'm honestly confused with this 13 seed. I figured this sounds like a school that's more towards like the 15 seed. I don't think that Florida State's going to have trouble in any way, shape, or form in this. And as the spread says, I think Florida State's going to win. I don't think they're going to cover that, but I think they're going to win by probably 7 or 8.
Let's see. UNC. I just want to see where they're like ranking wise.
So
if I
even
can
with
fucking find them,
good luck.
North Carolina.
They have terrible non-conference games with being ranked 160th. Their strength of schedule is 163rd. The only thing it looks like they have the advantage in, they have a lot of advantage in defense, but I think Florida State has too much firepower at the 3-point line. They rank in the higher. They ranked in the top 20 in both categories of 3-pointers and then offensive rebounds. So even when they miss, they're getting the rebounds and they're probably kicking it back out to more shooters. Florida State's going to run wild on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean they barely cracked the top 100. They barely cracked the top 100.
They'll take this one.
All right, moving on. This is an interesting game, and I really like this. This is another 11 seed that I think is going to win, and that is the team I'm picking to win as well as Michigan State.
I'm picking Michigan State as well.
Wrong.
The reasoning behind it is the Big Ten is so that competitive that even towards like the mid tier to even the beginning of the bottom tier of the Big Ten is better than some of the top tiers and many of the other conferences, including, in my opinion, the ACC and the Pac-12. I think Michigan State wins, and it's not showing the spread, and I would love to know what the spread is. I think the spread would actually favor Michigan State, in my opinion.
Well, Michigan State's the projected winner. They still have to get through UCLA tomorrow.
Right, which is also going to be an interesting matchup. But regardless, UCLA or Michigan State, I'm picking the 11 seed to take down BYU.
See, I took BYU to get to the Elite Eight, so Sweet 16, not Elite Eight. Sorry,
it'll be interesting because you might not make it that far because me and Ryan got Michigan State. Tyler, what you got there, buddy?
I got BYU. Yeah. I got an upset. BYU.
I got to flip a coin again.
So here's the thing. Like,
convince one of us.
I can easily I went back and forth. Like, the thing I can see with Michigan State is they're so inconsistent. They beat Ohio State, Michigan, and Illinois. They beat all of them. Like, they can play well. Izzo will have them prepared. I just think, I don't know. I just like BYU. I think they're a dark horse to make some noise. If Michigan State was playing anyone else, pretty much, I would probably take the upset. It's just I like BYU this year for some odd reason. But if Michigan State makes a Sweet 16 run, I'm not going to be surprised. So I'm not going to try to convince you because I don't think I could probably be swayed either way. So
it's. Go ahead.
I was going to say, what about the seniors on the team for BYU? What is their points per game? Like, what is their field goal attempts on taking?
You asking way too much of me right now, man.
Do they score more at the beginning, or are they scoring more at the end? I think they were scoring more at the end of the game last year.
Tyler's asking me to do some on-spot research. I don't like this shit.
I came prepared.
You came prepared with questions, not answers.
They're top 15 season performance. Like you can see on the right-hand side, they're top 10 in away games. Recent games, 20. Michigan State's 21, so that doesn't really mean much.
Yep.
Points per possession, they are over 1.
It's going to come down to...
I think it's going to be... If it's Michigan State, which I think we all agree will be Michigan State, I think it's going to be one of the most exciting games of the first round.
Agreed.
I agree. If it's UCLA, I'm feeling really scared about my 11th seed decision.
True. If it's UCLA, I'm picking BYU. If it's Michigan State, I'm picking Michigan State.
Which we're allowed to do because technically you don't have to have your brackets in until Friday by the first game. So
correct.
Yeah.
So we're doing heads or tails. Where is it? Here we go. Heads is BYU. Tails is Michigan State. Tails, Michigan State it is.
2 for 2.
2 for 2, baby. 2 for 2.
You might want to just put an asterisk down just in case it is UCLA. You can go back and change it.
I can go back and change
official
it. That's
one.
definitely fine.
Ooh, another one of my upsets.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, yeah, no, actually, I have that one. Yeah.
Okay, you guys explain that.
Shaka Smart's the coach. You always have to bet against Shaka Smart.
Yeah,
guys explain this.
It's Shaka Smart in Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh in the tournament, you always pick whoever's facing Pittsburgh. If it's Shaka Smart, you're always picking whoever faces Shaka Smart.
Abilene Christian, yeah.
This is your upset, ACU versus Longhorns.
One of them. This isn't the one I'm most confident in. There's 2 coming. Let me see where the other ones are. They're coming. The one I'm most confident in is coming in the next top of the bracket.
Okay.
But I like Abilene Christian. I hate Texas. I always have and I always will. So I think Texas is overrated. They don't
just where they stand as a team or the way they make their plays on the court. A
little bit of both. Shaka Smart, like I said about VCU when he coached them, he fucked me over multiple times. But
for Abilene Christian, they're a 3-and-D team. They're ranked number 1 in defense in the whole country.
Yeah,
and they're pretty damn good at shooting the ball too.
Their defense is kind of ridiculous. Granted, the teams they've played take that with a grain of salt.
So here's the crazy thing with Texas. I have Texas making it to the Elite 8 and getting defeated by Michigan.
Oh, wow. I don't have them getting out of the first round.
Really?
Neither do I.
So
I'll give you guys the upset. I'll definitely give you guys the upset on this one. I'm not going to fight this one.
Right. Well, so my other thing is they play the winner of BYU and Michigan State, and I have BYU going up until the Sweet 16. So I don't have, even if it was Texas, I would have had Texas losing anyway. So
fair.
That's fair. So we're going. What is their team name? Abilene.
Abilene Christian.
Abilene Christian
Wildcats.
Is that what we're going with?
ABCW.
Yep. Hell yeah!
I love it.
All right. So here's where I like this. I like this matchup too. This is just more, I think, Big Ten bias than anything for me. I have Maryland upsetting Connecticut in this purely, and this is literally the only reasoning. They, I think, defeated Wisconsin, which take that with whatever you want. They've played all of the big names close, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio State. It's not like they're losing, like getting blown out in these games. As you can see by their rankings, they're all, even in their recent games, they're ranked 28th in the country, which for a 10 seed, that is impressive. And they're starting to get hot when it matters again. They just didn't play up to in the tournament very well. I think Maryland overwhelms Connecticut early, and I think it becomes close at the end, but I think Maryland wins.
I'm going to agree to that. They're going to score early too, before the half, and then it's going to be a challenge between both teams. But I think Maryland's going to come out too.
Yeah,
bear with me for a second, guys.
Yep.
I'm switching the screen.
I thought this could have been like an 8-9 opposed to a 7-10.
Sure.
The 16 and 13 for Maryland doesn't look great, but their strength of schedule is top 10. Like they're in the Big Ten, so like Iowa's number 2, and they're 20 something and 8. Like 13 losses in the Big Ten doesn't really scare me.
Well, but it's not just 13. They're 9 and 11. They have a losing record in the Big Ten. And they've beat 4 top 10, top 25 teams. Right. UConn hasn't defeated a single one. They went 0-4.
Right.
So I personally think it's Maryland. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's Maryland.
I've got UConn for this one, but I mean, they match up so well. I don't blame you for picking Maryland, though.
Okay, Tyler.
Yeah, I got Maryland.
Okay, that was a lot easier than I thought it was going to be.
No, that one was easy to pick.
I've got Iona for this one. No, I'm joking.
Thank you. Somebody answered this question. Who's their head coach?
Iona.
Is it Rick Pitino?
Yeah.
So
Pitino.
That is the only reason. Of the only reasons. Go ahead.
Is it Rick or is it his kid?
No, his kid is at Minnesota, and he just got fired.
Okay.
No, it's Rick Pitino.
Okay.
So it's Rick Pitino, and I
don't care.
I'm agreed, and I don't like Rick Pitino. There's a lot of people that don't like Rick Pitino for everything that happened, but he's still a good head coach.
I mean, if I went to a visit and they're like, you want some strippers? I'm like, yeah, I'm in. Like,
strippers.
I'm in. Fuck yeah, strippers. Man. If I'm a 17, 18-year-old kid, like whoever read is a piece of shit. But like,
well, 100%.
But I mean, it's still Iona, man. Like, they've only played 17 games.
That's also true. And they've also lost. They've also lost 5 of them.
And I mean, Alabama. I mean, who's their coach? Avery Johnson still, or is it a new guy? Yeah,
it's Avery Johnson.
So like, it's two high name coaches. So I don't think Alabama's going to get out coached by Pitino.
So I'm kind of looking at their notable results for Alabama. They split Arkansas. They beat LSU 3 times. I mean, they lost to Oklahoma and they beat Florida, but there's no notable wins. Like the SEC, again, like we said before, it's not that impressive.
Is really any division impressive outside of the Big Ten? Like this year, SEC was down because Kentucky
ACC
was down because Duke was down. I mean, there was at one point where North Carolina, Kansas, Duke, and Kentucky all were projected not to make the tournament. They were all bad. So, I mean, Iona's strength of schedule is 259th.
They don't have any notable wins. The only thing that's notable on there is they lost to Seton Hall, who's also not a great team, by 22.
Yikes.
Oof.
So I want to pick Iona because of the head coach. Alabama wins this matchup, and I think this is the only matchup that Alabama wins.
I think this is going to be the closest 2-15 seed. This could be the Duke Lehigh game of 6 years ago. The Middle Tennessee Michigan State game of a couple years ago. I think Alabama gets it. I don't think they win by 17 though. That's a lot.
That is a lot. I would definitely not. I would pick Iona for if you're
to cover.
So Alabama to win though.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got. I think this is the Baylor bracket.
The Baylor Bears.
The Baylor Bears against the Hartford Hawks. Do we really need to talk about this?
Go Hawks, baby!
All right, Hawks. So Baylor, everybody.
Yeah.
Baylor.
All right. Now this one is going to pull at my heartstrings.
Oh, I did actually. Okay.
In my bracket, I picked the hometown pick, and I kept thinking about it. I'm like, fuck, man. North Carolina's probably going to win this game.
Yeah, I've got North Carolina winning this.
I have North Carolina too, but I hate both teams, so I don't. If this
I forgot you hated the Badgers. That's right.
and I'm a Duke fan, so I hate North Carolina. I hate both teams. So if they both could get COVID and like get out, that would be my ideal situation.
All of a sudden, it's Louisville and Duke here.
No, I don't want Louisville in there too. They beat Michigan for the national championship and cheated, so whatever. Like,
touched
Trey
the spot.
Trey Burke blocked Peyton Siva. I don't want to fucking hear it. It was a block.
Yeah, but look at that! Look at that point spread there, 1.5.
I picked North Carolina, but this is my least confident pick because I think they're both okay teams. It's who you gonna get on the given night.
This is another one, and this is the reason why I ultimately picked Wisconsin. It's that Big Ten bias again. It's not the Wisconsin bias I'm doing. It's the same reason I picked Maryland to upset, and it's the same reason I'm going to pick the Badgers. I think this is the only game the Badgers win. Neither of these teams are making it past Baylor, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, Wisconsin's strength of schedule is number 4th in the country.
So that's the only thing I can see. I mean, they put up their turnover. Here's the big reason why I think the Badgers have a really good shot in this match. And also when they face the Baylor Bears. Look at the turnover percentage. They're 4th in the country. They don't turn over the ball. So they're a grind out team. They're not the team they were the last 2 years or the year they had Frank Kaminsky, but they grind it out and they have above average 3-point shooting. Now it's basically, are the shots going to drop? And granted, you can make that argument for any team at any point in time.
Right. So my only counter to that is the offensive rebounding. Like, North Carolina is number 1 and Wisconsin's 305th. So if like North Carolina is probably going to get, let's see, where's their effective field goal? So their field goal percentage is not good for UNC, but they get the ball back incredibly well on offensive rebounding. So like that's really the only reason that tipped me over is I think because the two things I always look at is who's going to not turn the ball over and who's going to rebound better. Wisconsin won't turn it over, but North Carolina is going to rebound better.
Very true.
And I hate Wisconsin more than I hate North Carolina.
And I think ultimately, and this is how I'm going to wrap up this conversation. I knew this was going to be a longer conversation. Wisconsin's going to use experience because they have a lot of juniors and seniors on the Badgers, as opposed to the North Carolina Tar Heels, where it's mostly made up of freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah.
And I bring it on the screen. Corey Sparks, he's our lone YouTube watcher. I almost don't want the Badgers to win because Baylor's wiping the winner out of that game anyway.
That's fair.
Which is fair. So the winner of this game does not matter. I picked the Badgers. It sounds like you guys are on North Carolina.
I have North Carolina.
They're on North Carolina. I'm sorry. I picked the Badgers. I got to go with a little bit of home love.
Flipping a coin. Heads North Carolina. Tails is the Badgers.
Tails.
Heads. Oh, wrong one. North Carolina moving on.
3 for 3.
All right. Here's another matchup that gets interesting. Villanova Wildcats, 16-6 out of the Big East, and the Winthrop Eagles, 23-1 out of the Big South.
Yep. This is my favorite upset of the tournament.
T-Bone, did we pick the same fucking bracket or something? Because I am agreeing with you every single step of the way.
I love Winthrop. I've seen them play a couple of times. I had a couple of buddies who play in the Big South, and I watch them their games. And Winthrop they're 23-1 for a reason. Granted, I mean they're top 25 in non-conference games. Like they're a small team, but these boys can score the effing basketball. Like
so,
their one loss was a 55-57 loss against UNC Ashburn, I believe.
Yeah.
So they didn't have any team games against a top 25 team, and I mean, but they score the ball. They score the ball a lot,
and they're good on defense.
And
look at go to their ranks for their defensive stats. Mm-hmm. They're all very
wow.
They're up there. Like they get teams to turn the ball over, which Villanova turns the ball over at a high rate. Yep. They rebound better. I think the rebound's pretty even. Like Villanova is probably the rebounding battle will be about even, but with Winthrop scoring and their ability to force turnovers, I think this is my favorite game in terms of betting wise. Like Winthrop to cover 6.5 easily.
I think Winthrop. I also think Winthrop wins.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah.
I think Villanova. This is not everybody who's picking Villanova is purely picking Villanova because it is Villanova,
and it's based on pedigree.
And their best players out. Gillespie's not out for the tournament.
Correct. So I don't think they win here. I think this is a big good upset. This is the obvious 12-5 seed upset. Are we all in agreement? Winthrop?
Yes.
No. I think Villanova.
There's that big name. There's that big name.
Boo.
You are out. You are out of your league here, my guy. Winthrop.
No, Villanova. I'm going to Villanova.
It's 3-1,
last
man.
Year.
3-1. Purdue Boilermakers out of the Big Ten facing North Texas, the Mean Green.
Hell of a name.
Hell yeah.
I love Mean Green.
USA Conference. I don't think this is going to be a close game. Hell of a name. Yep. Don't think it's going to be close, though.
Yep. Love the colors. Love the color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
I love playing them.
Kelly Green, right?
Something like that, yeah. So I love playing with them in NCAA Football 14, but this is Purdue. It's just...
Ryan, we got Purdue. I think we're going to try to start speeding this up a little bit. This is going as long as I thought it was going to go.
No, I got North Texas.
Whoa.
Yep, right. I picked North Texas out of that one.
That's bold, but I don't think you're going to.
I don't think so, but I'm giving it a long shot. I'm going to give it a chance.
That's fine. That's Purdue. Another interesting matchup here.
I got Utah State.
I like it.
Yeah, Utah
Texas.
State.
We have a lot. We have a
Texas
lot
Tech.
of freaking upsets here. I'm going Texas Tech, and I actually think Texas Tech has a good chance of going pretty far.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have Texas Tech losing to Ohio State.
Yeah, that's about as far. That's how far I have them going as well.
I mean, because I still think they have some carryover from their championship team. What was it? 3 years?
3 years?
3? Because their Final Four run was 2 years ago.
That's what it was, and then they lost to Virginia.
Yeah,
who ultimately cut down the nets. I have Texas Tech. I think they have a couple of those big names that will end up being playing in the professional level. I don't think Utah State has the horses this year.
I love Mac McClung. That guy used to dunk. He's so white, but he dunks so great.
Wait, who did you say?
He's so white. I like it,
bro. He's got one of the nastiest mixtapes from high school. Like he was.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He's serious.
Oh yeah,
check that out.
MACMCCLUNG. Mac McClung. He went to Georgetown, I believe, and then he transferred to Texas Tech. Or
he got bullied out of there, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's really high on people's too. I think he's a first round prospect.
Yeah, he's just a freak of he's not very big. I think he's like 6'3", 6'4", and he's white, and he's not a great shooter, but the dude can jump. It's great.
That's
I love it.
So Texas Tech boys.
That's what I got.
Yep.
All right, Texas Tech. Moving on. Do we need to talk about this outside the fact that Colgate is 14-1?
I do have Colgate.
I have Colgate.
I actually did choose.
Yeah, T-Bone and I could have the same brackets.
Yes, yeah. So no matter, me and Ryan, we're going to be either number one in this bracket challenge, or we're going to be dead last.
All right. So explain why. Give me a reason why Colgate's going to win this match.
Top 20 in scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, they can score at will. Their effective field goal percentage is 57.1. Ranked fifth. Granted, it's a small sample size of only 15 games.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes, thank you, Emily. Arkansas.
Their strength of schedule is 111, though. We've been picking teams with higher strength of schedules.
Yeah,
facing way better teams than Arkansas.
Yeah,
that's very true.
Like the 14-1 does scare me. There's no doubt, but like, I don't know. I use the toothpaste, so like. I gotta.
They make a solid toothpaste, so I got to go with the basketball team.
I think
would brush my teeth again.
Steal. Arkansas is going to have a solid steal at the end here, and then they're gonna pull it through at least by 8.
I think Arkansas has a better chance of winning, but I really like what they have to say about their offense. And in a land that defense wins titles, I think it's going to be interesting to see. Those upsets are going to come from teams that have already shown us that they can score the ball well. I'm going with Colgate as well. I'm sold.
Hell yeah.
Colgate.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Ooh, I don't even know who I picked.
SEC versus ACC. The Florida Gators, 14-9 against the Virginia Tech Hokies.
I don't like either of these teams.
I don't like either of these teams either.
Like
it was tough. It was tough for me.
Did you see that? It's a pick'em.
It's a what?
Yeah,
it's a pick'em.
Yeah, I think let me check my actual break. I think I picked Florida, but I'm not sold. Like, yeah, I picked Florida.
I also picked Florida, but here's my big thing. Virginia Tech is 4-0 against top 25 teams. Granted, those teams were not North Carolina. I'm sorry. Villanova, Virginia.
Whoa. Gross.
Also gross. And Clemson.
Also gross.
I
don't like any of those teams.
But you look at the other side with Florida, they're 2-2 against top 25, and they were 9-7. And their scoring is very similar, but Florida gives up way more points than Virginia Tech. I personally think Virginia Tech's going to take this matchup.
Yeah,
I got Florida.
I picked Florida, but I'm not like conditioned like either way. Yeah. They both have only played around 20 games.
So we do have a tiebreaker because it looks like we're going to need it. Emily picks Virginia Tech.
All right.
Well,
so I think we're rolling with Virginia Tech. Thank you, Emily. She's got a lot of input in here, by the way. She picked Arkansas, Connecticut, Michigan, Oregon. I like it.
Right.
I like it. Do we need to talk about this one?
No.
No.
Okay, cool. Moving on. Thank you, Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
Thank you for your. Do we have to talk about this one?
No.
No. Go Drexel, though.
I would love to see it.
All right. Sister Jean against. I'm not even going to say the team name. It's Sister Jean against Georgia Tech.
I gotta go with Sister Jean.
I gotta go with Sister Jean.
Yeah, I got Loyola by like a lot. Actually.
By a lot.
This 3 seems seems bad.
Like you look at the rankings, and it is. You do have a couple things. Strength of schedule being the biggest thing. Loyola, they're in a bad conference, but they've already proven they can compete. They can compete well.
Mm-hmm. Their star like forward was on the team who made that run.
Correct.
He was a years ago.
Freshman. I think he's now a senior.
Senior. Yeah. I mean, he's an ugly son of a bitch. Not gonna lie, he's an ugly dude. But he has that experience, and even for a small team. Yeah, if you have the small team with one guy who's had that like runner experience, like name the last time Georgia Tech was good.
They're not. They never were. They haven't been. They won't be.
Yeah,
Loyola.
Loyola.
All right. Here's another upset I got. I think I picked the 12 seed in almost every single 5-12 matchup this year.
Okay, well, that's just not good because that's never happened.
No, it's never happened, but
one year it will.
One year it will. I don't think it's this year, though. Tennessee facing Oregon State. Oregon State is, and the reason I'm picking them, it is the hot team at the time. Granted, it's the Pac-12, and the Pac-12 is terrible, but the SEC is equally bad. This matchup.
I got Tennessee just because I think Oregon State, just kind of how Georgetown had their run in their conference tournament, I think that's the same with Oregon State. They've used their luster, and they're going to fizzle out.
You want to run that by us again? You kind of chimed out for a second.
Yep.
I'm going to have to go for Tennessee on this one.
Yeah, okay.
Tennessee's just, I mean, I don't know if you guys looked at the ranks for this yet, but their defense is just outstanding. They're top 15.
Yep.
One of the big things for Oregon State is the free throw percentage, but their free throw attempts per game is 110th. I mean, if they can't get to the line, if they aren't driving to the basket, it doesn't matter how well they shoot it.
Yep.
All right. Well, I just want to point out that we have a local expert apparently in Emily.
Good to know.
So she did get second last year in her bracket at work. So
there you go.
Well, Emily, click on the link on the Facebook page and get in on ours.
No, she took second. No one wants that. Keep her out.
She's not going to take first. She took second. She took second. She isn't going to take first.
Us cumulatively will get first.
Okay.
Correct. Us, this bracket will get first.
And then the 4 of us split it.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Tennessee, boys.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Tennessee. Even though I disagree, that's fine.
Tennessee.
This is a weird matchup. You have Liberty winning. I have Oklahoma State winning, and I'm pretty sure I'm just being an asshole because I like Cade Cunningham that much.
Yep, I have Cade Cunningham actually in the national championship. So,
wow,
I think Oklahoma. Cade Cunningham is supposed to be the number 1 pick, and that guy is electric. Mm-hmm. And I think he's got a decent amount of like role players around him. Where we don't like the Big 12 as a conference. Fine. But I love stud players on decent teams. And, I mean, I think they're the ones to make
look
it.
Look at their
run.
rankings. Look at their rankings too. The season performance, the strength of schedule, and they still came out 20-8. Their away game, even with their away games, their recent games is the big thing I keep pointing at. And I know I'm broken record at this point, but being number 5 in the country for recency, they won their tournament. Correct?
Did they? No, Oklahoma or Oregon State did.
That's Pac-12.
No, yeah, you're right. I don't know.
You're good. You're good. They faced
OSU
Texas. They faced Texas because Kansas had all of that stuff happen.
Yep,
so I think Kansas ultimately could have still won the title, but the Oklahoma State won it. So I think Oklahoma State, and I don't think it's close. Ryan, I want to hear why you think Liberty's going to do it.
Yeah,
the Liberty top 10 offense. Granted, once again, Atlantic Sun Conference isn't anything prestigious or anything like that. No big real teams coming out of there, but
they still have to score the ball.
Yeah, they still have to score the ball. Kate Cunningham, he's going to be a nightmare in this game, especially against some no-names in Liberty. But I think as far as everything else goes, I could see Kate Cunningham dropping 50. I could also see Liberty beating them on a buzzer beater. So I'm going with Liberty just because their football team was fantastic this year. So
that's fair. I'll give you that. Oklahoma State, though,
they've got some talent there.
Oklahoma State.
Yeah, so based on that criteria that turnover, free throw, Liberty also passes that check, but I said, I have Oklahoma State in the national championship, so I have to pick Oklahoma State.
The only thing I have to say is Oklahoma State better stop turning over the ball because they are arguably the worst turnover team in the country. Yeah, ranked 286. I'm still taking Oklahoma State in this first round.
Yeah.
San Diego State Aztecs at 23-4 against Syracuse Orange out of the ACC going 16-9. I don't know what the hell happened to my voice for a second there.
What?
I don't know.
I hate Syracuse.
I hate both teams.
Yeah, I've never liked San Diego State either.
No. I'm trying not to pick upsets every single time. It's just the Syracuse name alone. It's the same reason I'm telling everybody not to pick Villanova is the same reason I'm picking Syracuse.
That's fair.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with San Diego State on this one.
Yeah,
I love Syracuse. I like Jim Boeheim, but
what?
You like him?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
He reminds me of an old white man because he is. I don't like old white men, so.
Man, you are so good. White man, you are too good with these facts, my guy.
Appropriate my culture.
Duly noted.
All right, let's clean. Let's do a little bit of cleanup. Syracuse or San Diego State?
San
Diego State.
All right. Do we have any questions here? West Virginia?
Yeah.
West Virginia? Okay.
West Virginia.
Who should have won their conference tournament?
Agreed.
Should have.
Clemson or Rutgers?
Ooh.
I got Rutgers winning.
Clemson.
So do I. I have Rutgers.
Oh.
I also have Rutgers.
I don't.
The odd man out on this one. I chose Clemson.
Yeah, I don't like either team, and I think I just took the better conference.
Here's my thing. I hate Clemson because they win in football too much, so I picked the other team.
That's fair.
Who don't win in football?
Who does not know what winning means? Right, I'm picking Rutgers as well. And then I think this final matchup, although the Vikings and the logo and mascot is awesome, it's going to be Houston.
Yeah,
I got to pick Houston because they took out my UWM boys.
That's very true.
Yeah. I mean, Cleveland State. I mean, I almost went to college here, so I got to have a little bit of respect. But it's Houston by a mile.
So Houston.
Well, and let's be honest. If Milwaukee UWM would have made it, they would have gotten the floor wiped with Houston as well. Yeah. Moving on. Now we get into some interesting shit. We're a little bit more interesting with the round of 32.
Yeah, this is still easy.
Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Creighton, Ohio.
I believe I have Creighton.
Jeez, where's this? Top left, right?
Top left. The 32 round, I'm going to kind of cruise through a little bit more. Not much talking as much, and we're just going to cruise.
Yeah, I have Creighton.
Creighton?
Yeah, like, if it's like the better team, like Michigan we hadn't talked about yet, like...
Right.
Yeah, I have Creighton as well.
All right, Creighton. I got... this one's a little tough for me. I think Kansas is going to win it, but I think it's going to be close. You also had USC knocked out in the first round.
Yeah, so I have Kansas.
I got USC winning.
Tyler?
I chose Kansas. I got Kansas moving on.
We got to turn to Emily now.
Emily, which team?
There we go.
Expert opinion.
We got to wait a second. I'm pretty sure we're on a little bit of a lag, so let's see what Emily thinks.
She's the Mel Kiper of tournament.
I like it.
I hate Mel Kiper.
So
I'm waiting.
I have to think of
The
anybody else.
anticipation's killing me.
Kansas.
Kansas.
There you go.
Yes.
Do we need discussion here? I'm pretty sure it's Iowa.
Iowa. Go Hawks.
Yep.
Jesus. Do we have an upset, anybody?
No,
No.
I don't.
The numbers are a lot closer than the last round, though.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say this. Michigan, I mean, they just play such damn good defense that they just play good defense, and so I think that's going to keep them in any games. And even if Bonnie is like the Davison with Curry and they just kind of go off, I think Michigan is one of the teams that can check that. And I mean, I take this back. Like if Livers doesn't play,
Snoring?
no, that's I heard.
Tyler,
that too,
shut up.
I heard that too. If Isaiah Liver plays, I think Michigan. I mean, I have Michigan winning it, but it's all dependent on if their best player plays.
That's fair. I still got
obviously.
Michigan. I got
Yeah.
Michigan.
I got
Even if
Michigan.
he doesn't play Michigan.
So do I.
Short terms, he says Michigan.
Oh, what is this one?
Colorado, Florida State, boys.
I got Colorado.
I got Florida.
I have
Ooh.
Colorado.
Where is this?
We're lower.
I got it. I have Florida State.
Oh, we got a tie.
Uh-oh.
Emily.
Break the tie.
Break the tie. I like the numbers. The numbers are a lot closer.
Florida.
Oh, she's behind.
Son of a bitch.
Whatever. All right. What the hell did we do?
Well, you guys decided to pick Michigan State over BYU. That's
Shut
what
your mouth.
y'all decided to do.
Shut your mouth.
I got Abilene Christian winning this.
You are a piece of shit.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I actually have this in my
love it.
bracket. I have this
I love
exact matchup
I
in my
love it.
bracket.
That's bullshit.
With that pick going on right now, I chose ABL. I chose
No,
that
I got
one
Michigan
there,
State.
but that's not my choice.
got
for my
ABL.
personal pick.
Yeah,
Michigan
okay.
State.
I have BYU here in mind against ABCU, so like I'm
You
gonna
gotta pick ABCU.
Yeah, so I mean, no, I'm not. Like if this is the matchup we have to pick, I'm picking Michigan State.
Thank you, Emily.
Like
Emily's gonna break all of our ties. Emily might as well just.
You know
pick
what?
all
Her
of our
bracket
picks.
choices might beat all of ours. Wouldn't that be an
I was
offset
gonna
to
say
everything?
this bracket is gonna be Emily's bracket now. Oh, the anticipation is killing me. Michigan
there
State.
you go.
Damn.
I have an upset here.
Oh,
I have
I
an
don't.
upset here.
I
I got
don't.
Maryland.
I don't.
I got Alabama.
I have
Alabama.
Bama.
Damn it. I tried.
I got Bama.
The Terrapins, I tried. I
wait.
tried my best.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
Emily, you
Yeah,
might
we
as well
know
just
this
start
one.
like feeding us your picks
Yep.
every single time.
Emily needs to make a bracket with us. Like,
She
get
can.
in on
She
this.
can. There's still plenty of time.
Get in on it,
Anybody
Emily.
watching, there's still plenty of time. You have until I believe Friday morning, correct?
I'd be
Right, yeah, I
super
think the
stoked
first game-
and excited to see if
First
Emily
game's
can
at
be part of
11.
this.
First
So
game's
fun.
at 11 or
11,
11:30.
Yeah.
So you have until Friday morning to fill out brackets. I don't think this is close. I don't think we need
Nope.
to discuss this.
Yeah, we
Baylor.
talked about it. Regardless if it's Wisconsin or UNC, Baylor's
Yep.
going to kill them.
Yeah.
Baylor.
I have Winthrop, so you
I
guys.
also
I got
have
Winthrop, too.
Winthrop.
Hell yeah.
I too have Winthrop. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I hate to say that, but Baylor is gonna
Eventually, we got to start picking out these Big Ten teams because we have a lot of them. So Winthrop,
That's fine.
Texas Tech, Colgate.
I've got
Watch your
Colgate.
damn mouth.
I've got Colgate.
I have Texas Tech.
Thank you.
I got Texas.
Oh, okay. So we picked something different than Emily, by the way. She picked Purdue in the last matchup.
Oh.
a little bit
Texas Tech.
You're saying Colgate wrong.
Sorry,
I
I
would-
already
I-
brushed my teeth.
I would love Colgate to win. I would love it. I just don't see it.
I can see it. I
Look
can
at these
see it.
rankings, though. These rankings have Colgate written all over it.
15 games though.
That's when I have to. That's the problem I have. I got Texas Tech.
The power
I-
ratings, though, in the
I
similar
didn't pick
games.
Texas Tech, but I got Arkansas winning against Texas Tech in my 32.
You also have to think about the conference that they're in, because the Patriot Conference, all that stuff.
She
they have a lot
chose
of
Texas
COVID
Tech as well.
restrictions and stuff.
Ryan, you're overmatched. Sorry, bud.
Sorry.
Colgate.
By the way, what the fuck is a hokie?
A what?
It's a turkey.
It's a turkey?
Yeah, right?
Also,
Yeah.
what's a buckeye? Do we know what a buckeye is?
A nut. It's a nut. It's a type of nut.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry. Ryan knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Ohio State, right?
Yep.
Sister Jean, does she have it in her?
No.
In one bracket, I did have them winning, but in ours, no, I have Illinois.
Illinois.
As much the Battle of Illinois.
Yo, I would love
That would be
Illinois to
awesome to see.
That
this.
would be awesome. I really hope that's what comes true.
As if it's in Chicago too.
win. It won't
That's
be.
in
It's going to be in Indianapolis.
I think the whole
Yeah,
thing
it is
is
in
in
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
Well, all the games are in Indiana, whether they're at Bloomington, Purdue,
Right.
Butler, or the. I don't think any of the first round games are at Lucas Oil until like the Sweet 16.
I think it's
Okay.
the Elite Eight, the Final Four, and the championship game.
Okay, that's fine. That's fair.
Tennessee against Oklahoma State.
I have Oklahoma State.
I also
Oklahoma.
have Oklahoma State.
I got Liberty winning this, but whatever.
Okay,
And that's cute.
well,
So who do you got, Ryan? You got Tennessee or Oklahoma State then?
I'm gonna go Tennessee.
Okay. Tyler.
I said Oklahoma State. I probably walked.
Oh, Emily tried to come in and swoop Tennessee, though.
Ooh,
She tried.
she tried it.
She tried. San Diego State against West Virginia.
Oh,
I got West Virginia.
So
Here.
do I, actually. I was kind of surprised.
Yeah,
I don't
I got San
like-
Diego
I
State.
got West Virginia on mine.
I don't like picking West Virginia, but I sure as shit am not picking San Diego State.
I picked
I'm
San Diego
picking
State.
I picked them.
I picked them.
So wait, do we have 2 for 2 here? 2 and
Yeah.
2?
Yeah.
Wait,
What does
Emily's
Emily
got
say?
the- Emily's got
She's
the-
rocking out over here. Emily, you got to pick.
San Diego or West Virginia?
Virginia,
Mama.
Okay, while
West
she
Virginia,
discusses,
West Virginia.
we'll move on to Rutgers, Houston. This is
Houston.
easy.
San Diego, she says.
It says
Oh.
San Diego. So
Hell
coming
yeah.
back, we got San Diego State. I forgot I can click around whenever the hell I
Yeah.
want.
I got Houston.
Sweet
Houston.
16, baby. This is where we start digging in a little bit.
Yep.
Only a little bit because Gonzaga's wiping the floor with Creighton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, cool. Kansas and Iowa.
I've got Iowa.
Iowa.
As much as I hate Iowa, I gotta go with Iowa. I hate Iowa though.
Luka Garza, the biggest white boy I know.
Yeah.
100%.
Outside of Hunter Dickinson of Michigan. So
I
Also
find this
true.
crazy. This matchup is right now on my was it 16 here? Yeah, this is my matchup right here in the 16.
yeah.
There's going to be a lot of these now, although our bracket's kind of freaking weird because we pick so many upsets here.
Yeah, but they start course correcting themselves once we got past like the third round of 32.
That's very
Like-
true. But you still have, like, just looking at the left side of the screen, you still have Michigan State, you still have Winthrop, and you still have, you can't really say 6 seeds are upsets because 6 seeds can make it this far.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But for this matchup, does Florida State have a shot?
Nope.
Sorry.
I've got
sorry.
Colorado beating Michigan at this point, but
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Holy
crap.
God.
That's something else. So hey, we did a lot of upsets together in the first round. After that, man, we don't
You're
have
on
any.
your
I
own.
went rogue.
We are out.
I got drunk on power and just
Okay,
decided to go haywire.
so this one I have Alabama beating BYU. So this is where I have BYU ending their run. So
I have Michigan.
Bama.
I think Michigan State can pull this win off.
I got Alabama beating Abilene Christian at this point.
I pick Alabama there, but technically I had Texas and Alabama on mine, and I
Okay.
chose Texas.
Okay.
So Alabama.
I
Yeah.
got Alabama.
All right. Well, bye, Michigan State. It was nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Oh, take care now. Say hi. to your folks.
My boys, my Winthrop Eagles, they lose to Baylor.
Yeah, I got them losing to Baylor.
Upsetting.
I'm gonna pick Winthrop just because I hate you guys.
Oh. Well, I don't know if that helped because I didn't say mine, but that's cool.
No, you're good. Nobody was picking the other team.
we
Sorry.
were picking up.
Ohio State, Texas Tech. I'm pretty sure. T-Bone, did you have Texas Tech at this point?
Yeah, I did. I have them losing here to Ohio State.
I've got Colgate.
Winning or
Wow.
losing?
Losing to Ohio
nice.
State.
Okay,
yeah,
I was about to
okay.
bang my head against this damn mic.
Uh,
Although I personally think Texas Tech is going to win, I'm going to get outvoted. I guarantee it.
I got Ohio State winning.
I got to go with Ohio on that one, but
Yeah.
I had Arkansas, Florida on my 16 here. And
I also don't have Texas Tech making it this far, but in this matchup, I would take Texas Tech. All right. I know me and T-Bone are going to agree. Does anybody else have our back?
I got Illinois winning.
I have Oklahoma.
I have Illinois beating Liberty.
I also have Illinois to win the whole thing in my bracket, but now that Oklahoma State is staring them in the face, I think Oklahoma State has a chance to win this game.
No.
Yeah.
And it's not even a chance. I think it's a good chance.
By what?
Cade Cunningham.
Cade Cunningham by himself.
No.
If Cade Cunningham went out there and faced the rest of Illinois, they'd have a shot.
Here's the thing. Illinois' best defender has been in and out of the lineup all season, and he just got back. Sure, he might have a game or two back, but Cade Cunningham is the truth. So
I agree. I don't think T-Bone. I don't think we're going to fight our way out of this. I think Illinois is going to be the pick.
Illinois.
Yeah.
So wait, even tie or
what does Emily say?
Illinois.
Emily,
Right now,
Illinois, or Oklahoma State. We will come back. We'll move on and come back because we're already up to the San Diego, which is the last thing she said.
Houston.
All right.
Houston.
I chose West Virginia.
West Virginia's been gone for a little bit, I think. Sorry, bud.
For you, but not for me.
All right. Down to Emily if she's still watching.
If not, coin flip it.
Otherwise, I'll coin flip it.
What's this next one?
Is this the Elite Eight now?
Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the Elite Eight. We're getting down to the brass tacks of this. I'm really appreciating this. Does Iowa have a shot?
Yes.
Nope.
I think they have a shot.
Nope.
I think
yes,
they
they have a shot. They have a shot.
wait. I here's where I need to start talking about Gonzaga because we haven't said a single thing about them other than they're going to win, and they're going to win.
And you said enough about Gonzaga because Iowa was going to take it.
I haven't said a thing about Gonzaga yet. I think they are far and away the best team in the tournament. In the same breath, I think this is going to be their toughest matchup outside of the final game. Because I don't think Michigan's going to be a problem for them. I think Iowa's a tougher matchup for Gonzaga than.
That's funny.
Whoa.
A lot of hello. Hold on. Wait.
Hello.
A lot of people saying hello. Hello, Chuck.
Hello.
Hello, Jake's mom.
Hello, Jake's mom.
Emily
says hi.
Legit. Like,
why, Megan?
Megan doesn't like Iowa. Nobody likes Iowa.
Gonzaga.
I'm sorry, I got Iowa going on this one.
Blue Iowa. I agree.
I have Gonzaga.
I've got Gonzaga too.
I'm saying I have Gonzaga too. I'm just saying it's gonna. This is gonna be a lot closer game than what everybody else thinks.
That's fine. Gonzaga,
I think
Gonzaga
Iowa's
has the best offense.
I agree. They also have one of the better defenses too.
Yeah, they're top 10, yes. But they're still top 10.
So I mean, you look at their stats here. The worst thing they are is an opponent turnover percentage and offensive rebounding, which isn't that the big thing that Iowa does is they don't turn over the ball either. So that's why I think they're going to be able to stay in this game and compete. Yeah. But at the end of the day, yes, I think
I do want to see the match. I think it's going to be a great matchup if it gets to that. Like
this will 100% be the best matchup of the tournament, in my opinion.
Maybe.
That sucks.
Bye, Alabama.
I've got Alabama winning this matchup.
You're crazy.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. Nick Saban's not coaching this team.
Oh, wait. Yeah, I got Alabama.
On him? Does he really think that Nick Saban's the basketball coach?
Oh, it's Michigan.
Wow, I really got it reversed here between the 16.
Well, that's what I have to think though. I've got Colorado beating Michigan to get to this point, so it would be Alabama.
You had Colgate making it to this round.
Ridiculous.
I thought.
No, I don't. No, I don't have Colgate. I'm insane.
Ryan's got one number one overall seed in the Sweet 16, and it's Gonzaga. Everyone else has got knocked out by now.
No. I've got 3.
Oh, okay.
I got Baylor, Illinois, and Gonzaga.
I'm very happy we knocked off the I'm not so happy because my pick is out already. Jake thinks, hold on, let me just put this on the screen real quick.
Colgate is gonna win it.
Hell yeah, Jake. I better see that on your bracket when we're done filling these out.
Yikes.
We will see.
I think he picked Kansas.
That's what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at anybody who picks a lower than a 1 seed. I never get mad at those picks.
What about Colgate?
Michigan or Alabama, boys?
Michigan.
I got Alabama, but
I hate Michigan with a burning passion. Everybody around me knows this. Michigan wins.
Yeah. I have Ohio State.
I also have Ohio State.
I've got Baylor.
Tyler.
Oh shoot! I just lost my train. Hold on, sorry.
We got a lot of people tuning in and giving their opinions now.
Let's see. That was,
okay. Emily loses all credibility. She chose Alabama.
Chuck also picked Alabama, so we have two for Alabama here.
No.
See, Alabama would have won.
No.
Alabama definitely would have won if it came down to a
Baylor with
split.
that one.
Okay, so it's split for this one.
It's a split for this one.
Yeah, I go with Baylor on this one, but
we need our fans. We need our fans. Ohio State or Baylor. We got Emily with Ohio State. Do we have Chuck and Jake still there? Probably not Jake, but I know Chuck's still here.
I hope not.
I hope not. So currently we have Ohio State as the team. I'm going to come back and we will visit that in a second. So here's Baylor. So we might have to go to the coin flip. So and Jake says yee. Thank you, Jake, for your input. I just insulted your mom. I don't know what the hell I did. What did I do?
You didn't include her.
Oh, well, what is her pick? Give me picks, damn it.
Please let it be Baylor.
All right.
Coin flip it.
Coin flipping. So back up to this one. Heads Baylor, tails Ohio State. Heads it is.
Boo.
Keep doing that. I don't like it either because I don't think we have. She picks her ass apparently. All right, that's really awkward.
Nice. Cougars. I got Oklahoma State.
I've got. I'm going with Houston. I don't care how good Cade
I'm
Cunningham
going
is.
with Houston too. I think this is where the Cade Cunningham name runs out.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with Houston on that one because I had West Virginia versus Houston, but I have West Virginia versus Illinois, but I chose West Virginia. But yeah, I'll go with Houston on this one.
Gonzaga.
Michigan.
I have Michigan.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
I didn't even get to introduce any of this.
Nope. Gonzaga. Don't even ask me.
I have Michigan.
So my one question is, who else is in Gonzaga's conference?
Nobody.
So do we really know that they're this good?
No. This is the problem with Gonzaga every year.
This is the problem with Gonzaga every year. I got Michigan.
Name the last time Gonzaga won the national championship.
You're going to be waiting a while.
Right, they never have. And they're always the number one seed. They're always 26-0, 25-1.
They've got BYU in their conference.
Ooh, I'm shaking my boots. So here's the thing. They've beat Iowa, they've beat Kansas, and they've beat Virginia.
Who?
And Gonzaga.
Yeah, whatever.
So that is the 2, 3, and 4 seed in their bracket, their side of the bracket. So they've beat. So to get now, here, yes.
Yeah, now this is theoretically. As of today, no, they haven't beaten anybody.
No, correct. You're correct. So I have Michigan winning.
So do I.
Let's run this down again.
Michigan.
Ryan.
Gonzaga.
Okay,
sorry, Ryan, you're outvoted.
Get out of here.
You also have Chuck and Jake saying Michigan. Yep. So Michigan it is. Bye, Gonzaga.
So this one, I have Ohio State and Houston, and I have Houston winning because I don't think I could take a national championship between Michigan and Ohio State. I think I would lose my mind.
I would turn the game off. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care.
And also in my bracket, this is where I have Oklahoma State beating Ohio State. So, but if this is the matchup, I take Houston solely because I don't want Ohio State Michigan as the championship.
I'm looking at all of the numbers and trying to take like a cumulative thing here because I've never seen this matchup. I've done a lot of brackets, but I haven't seen this matchup.
Yeah, because Baylor usually doesn't get here.
No, Baylor doesn't usually get here, and neither does Houston. Neither of these two teams ever get here. And it's weird that they're 1 and 2 seeds at this point. Well, Jake, learn how to spell Houston.
Oklahoma State's the 4. And
sorry, Jake. That was a little rude, aggressive. I apologize.
Well, I mean, wait, hold on. Ohio State.
I've got. Let's see. What the hell do
this
I
is the best.
This is
the best Houston defense that we've seen in a long time. Normally, what Houston gives you is a shit ton of offense and no defense. Now they're giving the exact opposite, and they're also one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the entire country.
I've got Baylor losing to Illinois at this point in time in my bracket.
It is weird not having Illinois because I have Illinois winning the whole damn thing in mine.
Yeah,
I have Gonzaga winning the whole thing, and apparently they're going to beat Michigan.
I have Baylor losing to Ohio State, and then Ohio State losing to Oklahoma State. So
okay, I'm going to interrupt both of you for a second because it looks like Chuck and Jake are having their own conversation in the comments.
I was just going to say that. It's like it looks like they're having their own combo.
I'm going to have to go with Baylor on this one just based off of strength of schedule, strength. How they played all year.
Yeah, but they had they had a 3-week hiatus of COVID. Like
correct. They also had they also did not win. They didn't win their conference.
No. Baylor legitimately had 21 days where they didn't play in the middle of the season. This was in like January.
We should have also mentioned this a while ago because I'm pretty sure if I would have remembered that, I wouldn't have had him making it anywhere near this far.
Yeah, like I mean,
they do have a cakewalk. They had a cakewalk to here.
They're going to beat North Carolina. We have them beating Winthrop. So like, and then I have them losing to their next to the 2 seed in their bracket. So
correct. So I'm going Houston.
I'm sticking with Baylor.
I'll go Houston for this one.
All right. So what we have on the table, we have Baylor. Emily going with the Cougars. Also Jake. And we have Chuck going Baylor.
Right now,
we have
Charles says Baylor, Emily says Cougar, so Jake's got to be the tiebreaker.
Jake was the tiebreaker. He's right up here somewhere where he misspelled it. That's why I got yelled at.
They said Houston.
There it is.
God damn it!
With the asterisk.
Houston.
I bet.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our championship matchup for our brackets: the Michigan Wolverines against the Houston Cougars. I don't care.
T-Bone with his shitty grin. This is exactly what he wanted.
This is exactly what he wants. I don't care what you think, T-Bone. I also think Michigan's going to win this game, but I'm putting Houston. Houston is going to win.
No, I have Michigan winning by like 9.
Michigan.
I've got Houston.
I have Michigan beating Oklahoma State by like 10. So
Tyler,
Michigan.
I said Michigan, so it's 2-2.
Shit, and Emily picked Michigan.
Yes.
God damn it.
Give us the bracket.
Hold on. We have 2 other people that have been contributing. Jake and Chuck, what do you guys have?
Sure. Michigan.
Done. Michigan, that's done. Ladies and gentlemen, our championship pick is Michigan.
Yep. Damn
now
right.
Let me
do
one of these. There we go.
Damn right.
Oh, wait. You get the confetti, too.
Give me the confetti.
Sprinkles. Wow, that was terrible. I'm not doing that again.
Sprinkles.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Do it again.
Sprinkles.
There we go.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I think we took way too long on the round of 64.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of have to.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of teams.
Because that's the first. Yeah, that's the first team. That's the first chance we're talking about any of the teams.
Okay, so just for reference, I'm going to bring it back up so everybody can check out who's tuned in a little later. This is our bracket. I'm going to eliminate our faces for a moment. This is our bracket, ladies and gentlemen. This is the top half of the bracket. Obviously, Gonzaga, we have train being ran on everybody. It's very interesting. I'll tell you that much. We got Colgate and Winthrop making it pretty far. We have Winthrop making it to the Elite 8. Let's just talk about that for a second.
I got Colgate to the Elite 8, so I don't want to hear it.
Other interesting, you have it in your bracket?
Yep.
Anything interesting here? We have the Elite 8, an 11 seed in a play-in game in Michigan State making it this far. I like our bracket, guys.
Yep.
I gotta say, solid. I mean, it's been discussed pretty thoroughly, so it's interesting. But I like to see how Michigan takes it all for the NCAA.
Can't wait. It'll be great.
Check out what Chuck says.
Yeah.
Chuck,
which one?
I want to point out.
Yeah, which one?
There's 4.
I don't have a lot of facial hair, but everybody here does have facial hair.
There's 4.
It's a winner.
There you go.
It's a winner.
Did you guys have fun? I had a lot of fun with this.
That was awesome.
This was awesome. I want to thank you guys so much. I want to thank everybody who tuned in. And I'm telling you guys, just check out the Facebook page or on my page. The link is also there. Or if you really don't feel like being on Facebook, you can ask myself personally if you've been checking out on YouTube. Definitely check out the YouTube channel. We're going to be putting a lot of exclusive content soon on YouTube. Just make sure you subscribe. We don't have a large following over there. I just want to make sure everybody knows that it's there. It's going to be entertaining. We're going to do a little more like I don't want to call it blog style because that's kind of weird, but that's more so what that's going to be used for is like experiences, like stories, like experiences at stadiums, at games and stuff like that. I think I'm going to use it as a different platform. But Ryan, Tyler, and T-Bone, I want to thank you guys so much for coming on.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for having me.
Yep,
and for the Davis Sports Suit, I'm Kyle Davis. You guys enjoy bracket season. It's the best time of year. Talk to you
Later.
guys